Laura Robson spoke out against Margaret Court's views on the LGBTQIA+ community. Laura Robson took a stand during Eurosport's coverage of the Australian Open on Friday as the Brit called out Margaret Court for what she deemed some pretty inexcusable comments the retired Australian pro made about the LGBTQIA+ community in the past. Robson joined Eurosport's coverage of the Australian Open this year and used her platform to take a stand as she called out Court's previous comments condemning same-sex marriage on Pride Day at the Australian Open. The former world number one's views have since led to controversy surrounding the name of the tournament's second biggest show court, the Margaret Court Arena. And the former world number 27 explained how she took a stand against the court's name during her own playing days after the latest installment of her regular segment showing her exploring Melbourne, in which she attended the Midsummer Festival, one of Australia's premier LGBTQIA+ cultural festivals, in Friday's edition. The former world number 27 also discussed Pride Day and the Glam Slam and was asked whether it was the first time she was wearing the pride flag by co-pundit Elise Lim, before voicing her thoughts on Court's comments. "No, not at all. You got to represent on a day like today, so happy to wear the rainbow, got the fan out as well. It's a hot day, it's the perfect accessory," she started. Lim then recalled Robson wearing the rainbow on court a decade ago, as the retired Brit responded, "You know what, I didn't even remember that. I wore some rainbow hairbands, I think it was on Margaret Court Arena, obviously after she came out and said some pretty inexcusable things in my opinion." Explaining her decision, the former British number one continued, "I just think that if you're passionate about something then you should absolutely stand up for what you believe in. I was happy to do it 10 years ago and I am happy to do it today." Robson isn't the only tennis pro to call out Court's previous homophobic comments, as the likes of John McEnroe and Martina Navratilova famously joined a protest to rename the Australian Open's second show court 3 years ago on what was the 50th anniversary of her 1970 Grand Slam. The tennis legends held a sign saying Evan Goolagong Arena in support of renaming the court after the 7-time Grand Slam champion and former world number one from an Australian Aboriginal family, who many believe should have a show court named in her honour.